Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be revisiting the 2016 game, The Witness. So let's just get straight into it. It's going to be another one of these revisit games. I remember playing this initially when it came out, but I can't remember the fine details. Just going to do a little bit of exploring first, because there's garden furniture there, there's these tables going everywhere. Okay, let's just have a look at this. So we got to get to either one of them ends by any chance. So, yeah. Okay, you can't get that way. So you got to go that way, that way, that way. Okay, so we can actually go that way. And then we can go. We've still got to go that way. That bit connects to there. There. Okay, so it's the same. It's the same route, but instead of going straight, we go down. There we go. Okay, so we might need to change something as we go. Okay, so that's lit back up that way. Which has lit this up. Okay, so to get through here you need all three. Okay. Okay, let's just track this and down. Right. I'm actually going to work from the top because I've got a feeling that'll be easier, so we'd have to go down there. It's not actually a way of doing that. There. Hang on. There, up there, down there, down there, down there. Down there. Okay, so we can actually do it from that one. So if we go there. I do remember at the time when this game came out, it was very confusing. You were just thrown into this world with not really an explanation of what's going on. Okay, I confused myself there, didn't I? Yep, there we go. So that then powers this machine, I presume? Yep. Okay, so let's just work this out. Okay, that way. No, hang on, I've gambled the wrong way. There's where I made a mistake. Okay, so that's gone down. So the one thing I do want to check is some of these you could send the other way. So I'm just going to double check if I can send these back the other way, because maybe they'll be helpful later. So if we just give you this one, just need to double check whether it turns it off. Nope, it is still open, so that's fine. So that was one of the ones that went a different way. Did this one go a different way, or is this just one way? No, that one was the one. There was one more that was a different way, wasn't there? Which was this one, I believe. Actually, no, it was just that one in the corner. Because it might be beneficial for another time, so that's why. Okay, so we have a little sprint feature. Okay, so that one can actually go to there, yeah. Okay, that puzzle is quite confusing. I'm going to need to come back to that one. So that opened that gate, what we did earlier. Okay, let's just have a look where this goes. Is this one of these games where you have to hit every black square by any chance? I am wondering that. So if we go like that to leave the outside. There we go. So that's how we do the other puzzle. You gotta hit every black square.
Of all the communities available to us, there's not one I would want to devote myself to, except for the Society of True Searchers, which has very few living members at any time. Albert Einstein, 1924.
Okay, so this should be the same as the one just. So I did it that way, that way. Yeah, I think I'm back where I started. I think that was just a secret. Maybe it was something for an achievement or something. But let's go back and have a look at this door. Now I know what I'm doing with that puzzle. Even though there's squares. Yeah, I'm going to need to have a look at something like that. Is quite confusing because there's squares on the pieces as well, rather than just the black dots. So have you got to separate the two? Is that what? Okay. So we've got to separate the two. Okay, so you've got to separate the black from the white. Okay. So with this one you want to go up there. So with this one we want to go like that. So that will be across there. Where's the end there? Okay. So let's just do this pattern first. No, we're not going to be able to get back. Okay, so what if we went like that, like that, like that? So I'll block off that there. So what if we went up and around that one? Yeah, down there, down there, down there. There we go. So does that do anything? Nope. Wasn't there another one over here? Yeah, there was. So that white door, the one that I've been avoiding, it's a mix of both the green puzzle and the blue puzzle, where you have to circle the boxes, and then with this one we have to go through the dots. Okay, no, that's not that one. With this one, that'll be like that. Okay, hang on, I'm confusing myself with this one. Yeah, up there, that way. Okay, so for either start point. If we go, make that the end. Make that the end. Okay, so if we make that the end again. No, we can't make that one the end. So if we start at that one, come down there, there. Okay, I'm gonna go back and have a look at this door now that I know the sequences to the both of them. So we need to block off the white blocks from the black blocks and go through every black dot. So I think with that it's probably best to go through there rather than start there. So maybe come down. So we've got to fully loop them. Okay, so I'm thinking if I start here, so if I go that way, and I go that way, and I'll go that way, and I'll go that way. Okay, so that's showing a honeycomb shape. Just gonna make a quick doodle of that. So I've got a feeling that's gonna be important later on at some point in the game. Let me just make sure I got that doodle correct. Okay. So let's just keep making our way around. I've got a feeling that's going to be important. That's why I've tried to make a little quick doodle of it. Now that might be cheating, but okay. So there's a red light up there. There's something over here. Let's just check if there's something here, and then I'm going to make my way over there. There's a storage box that looks like it's covered in yellow paint. Okay, let's make our way over and see what's over here. Okay, so we've got a cord going up that way. That goes into there. We've got to just figure this puzzle out. Okay, so that's a jewel pin. So we've got red, a purple, a blue, a green, bluey, green, green, red, orangey, yellow. Okay, so that door they look like they're shut. So I'm going to hold off on them just in case we need to get this powered up first. Whatever's down here. And I'm being cautious with the water in case you're not allowed, because I don't actually know what the kind of restrictions are in this game. Whether you do get punished for falling in the water. This seems like it's relatively similar to where he just was, just up the hill slightly. Okay, so let's just have a look. Some more puzzles down there. That cord goes in there, but there's nothing to put in it. Could that have been that piece that was lying on the floor earlier? Did we actually need to pick it up? Slightly wondering that. I am slightly wondering that, whether we had to go and pick that piece up, because there was a piece. So is this just potluck get the right one, or? Whoa. That was literally just a guess. Okay, let's see if we can do it again. I'm just wondering if it's the way the cable is. That's why I'm aiming for. So I got that one wrong. Okay, so when you get it wrong, it resets. Does it reset the system? Okay, so you need to reset them every time you do them, so that's the fourth one on the right. Okay, so wasn't this one? I can't remember which one that one was. So we've got fourth on the right. Was this one even on the right? So hang on, so we got fourth on the right. Fourth on the right, second on the left. Just gonna literally try each one and hope for the best. Might just be a lot of backwards and forwards. Second on the second, wasn't it? I do wonder if there's some sort of clue somewhere to this and I've kind of jumped the gun on it. And we tried all four of them, so... So this is me just literally guessing it's going to be on the right because the first one was right, the second one was left. So that's the other question. Does it relate, just look, does it relate to something about the apple in the tree? So if you look there, the apple's on the left, picture on the left. How many branches do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so in the green tree, it's whichever one the apple's in. Okay, so it's whichever one the apple's in. So there you go, we haven't got to keep training. Okay, so yeah, that one is in 3, 4. I suppose it depends which way you look at the tree, I presume. So if you look at it from that side, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so okay, so going on there, it's going to be one of these. Actually, it's going to be one of them, isn't it? did I get that wrong? So it's that one, is that one there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Yeah, that's 7. Okay, so how are we looking at the tree? That angle where it splits out into 2 trees. Struggling on which angle to look at it from. There's no kind of clear-cut angle of which way to look at the tree from. Okay, hang on, this one's actually designed a little bit different. So there's a loose branch. Okay, hang on. Yeah, you gotta match the you gotta match the drawing up. Okay, so the gate's opened. So let's just have a look at this. So the drawing is, it splinters off 2 ways, and there's a broken branch there. So is that representing that there? So for example, is that there, that where the branch has broke? So if that is the case, it's been flipped, hasn't it? So you've got 4. So that's the middle 2 next to them, and it's on that tree. No, because that drawing doesn't actually match the tree, does it? So I'm going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 branches there. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. And then you've got them to that side. Okay, so that is the broken side. So if that is the broken side, it's mirrored, so it's on the side of the 8. So it's on, I believe it's on that one. So there's a couple of broken branches there. There's an apple. So are we guessing the apple was on one of the broken trees? Is that what we're guessing? Because there's no apple, so there's 3 broke, so it's gonna be one of the broke. And hang on, actually, what I'm actually just curious about is I think we're just gonna have to guess on the broken ones. I think this one literally is gonna be a guessing game. Because there's no apple in the tree. Also, like I said, I think we're just going to have to guess on the broken ones, and then if not, we'll try one of the other ones. So that's that there, that's them two, so that's got broken stick, then there's that one there, and then there's that one, so if you've got the 2 there, like, is this just a glitch and the apple hasn't loaded? Just really confused because there's no apple, so we could literally be guessing every one. Unless that's just the aim of this one, just try every one. And hopefully one of them will work. There's definitely not an apple in that tree, and I've tried the broken branches. So I believe we've tried all the left ones. So it was that branch there, which is that. Yeah, there's definitely no apple there, so talking about things being living inside of things. I am still wondering if I've got to take that piece over to there. You know, the one from that room. I'm going to go and just see if I can pick it up, because obviously it was just a piece lying on the floor. No, it wasn't in there, was it? It was in here. No, doesn't seem like there's any way to pick it up. So let's just keep exploring this way then. Okay, so we've done up there. There is more ways to go up there, but we've done up there. We was doing over here. I don't have to just head straight for and out for the best, just in case it sets it off, but I suppose we could see. Sometimes with games like this, it's just about taking time. Okay, so this one there's 3. Actually, sorry, there's 4. Okay, so there's 4. So okay, so I presume I might need to come back for something to do with that later on. Yeah. So that cable goes here, goes out here, goes over there. Okay, let's just follow this cable and see where it's gone. Okay, it's another one of them where we gotta collect all the pieces. Should we go that way, that way, that way? Down there, down there, down there. Okay, I might need to come back to that because we've got to make sure we get those pieces. Okay, let me just rethink this. So definitely think we've got to go that way first. No, not necessarily. Here we have. Okay, so we missed that one. Took a little bit longer than I'd hoped. So we got to go with that one to get that one. So then got to go up there, there. So I've got to go all the way around first. Okay, then Okay, so there's some more screens there. Bring you back up to there. Okay. Oh, I went for the wrong one. I went for the wrong one, that was the problem. Okay. That one is tricky. Okay, let me just think this through. This one is tricky. Let me just think. How do we do this one then? Okay, there we go. Okay, so just like that. Like that. There we go. Okay. Okay. So if we just go straight down there like that, we definitely need to go there to get that one. I need to go there to get that one. There we go. That took a bit of thinking, but we got there in the end. So there's the start points, there's the end points. Okay, the yellow's faded, so we can't see it. So you just have to use muscle memory then. So if we both go in that way, if I go up, they go down, don't they? So if I go down, then across, then up, then in. Go. Okay. So if I go to there, and then to there, then to there, then to there, then to there. Okay. Okay, so there's no blue on this one, just yellow. So if we go all the way across, takes you through that one. That then brings us up to that one. So that means the yellow would be there. So guys, I'm just pointing at my screen to map it out. So that would be there. So if we go across, one, that brings the yellow to there. And then if we go across again, up, across, up, and in. There we go. That was really challenging. That was obviously with the yellow disappearing. That was really challenging. So then with this one, if we just go like that. Ah, crap! I missed that one, didn't I? So across. That. This is one where we got to work out which is the best route to go. So I'm thinking with this one, go that way, that way. We can start at any at the start points. Well, we can go through a start point, so we'll make that the last one. So if that's the last one to go up there. Okay, so I'm going to go there, there, there. Looks like a straightforward. Why is that wrong? Oh, do we need to... Is that the same board? Yeah, so we need to do the same route then, don't we? So you gotta go up. Okay, so we gotta go 2 at the top. So you gotta go up there. Don't know if I'm doing this right, but we'll go for it. No. Okay, so just give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna quickly, and I've just knocked my mic. Okay, so that's the doodle for that one. So we've got to mirror it, so we've got to go up, there, down, across. Hang on, was that even? No, that's where I'm going wrong. Go up there. Just trying to work out here wherever I've got to go. Okay, so yeah, we've got to match up each side. So we've got to match up each side then, haven't we? So there. We've got to go down, we've got to go that way. This is literally really hard. Like, I think, obviously I'm probably cheating using a pad and paper. But I think, to be fair, unless I did, I don't think I'd be able to I don't think I'd be able to do it. What I'm literally doing is I'm literally doodling it one way and then redoing it the other. So this one is hang on, the end point's there, isn't it? So it's got to go from this side. So you've got to go down that way, all the way up to the top, down there. Hang on, I think I messed that one up. Yeah, how did I mess that one up? So obviously on that side, that's the start, that's the end. So obviously on this side, great, the screen's gone off. So one of these where you have to activate the screen, isn't it? Okay, so if that was the start and that was the end of that one. So yeah, with this one, it's not just been rotated; it's also been like flipped, hasn't it? So you also need to mirror it the other way as well, don't you? So if you have to mirror it the other way, it needs to go across and up. Across the bottom, down all the way, across. No, hang on, I've got that wrong. that it would be upwards. For that to be all the way down. And that will go all the way across, down, and in. Okay, so I believe we've got to go across. We've got to go up there, down to the bottom, across, to there. Oh, for God's... I've literally crumbled on this one. Okay, so the second one was there, there. Yeah, so it's been flipped. So it's been flipped and then it's been flipped downwards. So let me just get another piece of paper on this and I'll try it again. So if we've got that, and then the same the other way. So if we just draw okay, so if on this you've got to go and then where's the exit on that one? Is that one there? So if on that one we got to go down there, across there, all the way up to the top, across, down the middle, across the bottom, up to the middle row and out there. So if you flipped that like that and then flipped it upside down, it would basically be the same pattern but just the other way. So it'd be going in there, be going up there, across, so you gotta get to the point which is near that, so it'd be like that, all the way up to the top, like that, down there, and right to the middle ending. Okay, I think I've got it. So we've got to go like that, like that, like that, like that. Ah, I thought I had it. Is that definitely the same grid as there? 2 at the top, yeah. 2 at either side. Okay, so on that one, that's the exit, that's the start. So if you flip it, that would be there, but you haven't. You've got to flip it and then mirror it down. So hang on, so if we just... I'm going to try this again, so... So if you flipped it, that's the exit. And that's the start. So if you mirrored it, it would be that you'd go that way. Mirror's still the same way, it's just where it starts and ends. So down there, across there, all the way up the middle. Across there, down all the way. And then you need to mirror that one. So this is taking up so much time on the video, isn't it? So the start would still be the middle, but the exit would be there because of it being flipped. So if it was flipped, you would go up and across. To then go down that way, up that way, and across, down to the middle, and in. Okay, if that's not it, I haven't got a clue. If that's not it, I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue if that's not it. So from what I'm getting is up there, down there, up there, across, down and in. Finally. That took way longer than it needed to. Yeah, I was just curious to see what happened, and... oh, okay, something's happening. Okay. So I believe this area of the map is potentially... done? I'm so curious about as to what was going on over there. But... believe this area is done. So let's make our way this way and see what else we've got. Okay, that looks like a lift, and we've got to get that lift working. Okay, so the design on this bit is broken, so do we need to fix it? Is that what the... trying to pick stuff up and I can't. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Just have a look down here. No, that's locked. Some stairs there, so we'll have a look at that as well. Oh, it's another door down there. With more of those pieces. Is there anything around here? It looks like there's something over there, but I don't know if it's shadow. Yeah, so there's more of these pieces, but doesn't look like we can pick them up. I think that's another one of them where we've got to box stuff in. I'm a little bit confused by it at the moment, so I'm not going to waste time at the moment doing it while there's potentially other stuff that we can get on with at the moment. Got a feeling we might have to come back to this. Because obviously we can't access anything by the look of it. All seems to be powered down. You can't drop down a hole, so yeah, I think we might have to come back for this because there's nothing around here. What? Okay, we're just gonna have to explore some other stuff for now and then maybe come back to that one. So there's another one of these boxes here that we've got to activate, which gets activated from in there by the look of it. So they didn't seem like there was one of them yellow boxes by the there's another one there. There didn't seem to be a yellow box by the pyramid, so maybe that's just like a side puzzle in the game. Okay, so we need to come at that from a different angle. You can actually get up here from this way, but it doesn't let you drop. So you can't come back round though. There's two panels there on the side. Obviously we need to... them two need to be... that's why we can't finish that puzzle yet. What was I being so blind then for? So I presume what we've got to do has some sort of relation to that structure up on that hill. Okay, let's get this out of the way and see if we can do this one. Okay, so we've got to access that from somewhere else. No, it's wrong because the... yeah. Okay, so hang on, so what about if we go... like that? Didn't I have that honeycomb drawing? Just check my notes. I don't think that's done anything.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it? So, in the end, have we learned anything from this look at why the world turned out the way it did that's of any use to us in our future? Something, I think. That the key to why things change. Well, that's no... that goes to build up a worm, or a geranium, or you. This stuff's easier to take, isn't it? Understandable. Got people... Well,
So presume we're going to need the different honeycomb to do that.
why the world turned out the way it did. There's a very use to us in our future. Something, I think, that the key to why things change is the key to everything. How easy is it for knowledge to spread? And that in the past, the people who made change happen were the people who had that knowledge, whether they were craftsmen or kings. Today, the people who make things change, the people who have that knowledge, are the scientists and the technologists who are the true driving force of humanity. And before we say, what about the Beethovens of Michelangelo? Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world. They tell you more about the kind of talking than about the world you're talking about. Second-hand views of the world made third-hand by your interpretation. Things like that. As opposed to this. You know what it is? It's a function of amino acids. The stuff that goes to build up a worm, or a geranium, or you. This stuff's easier to take. Understandable. But people. This scientific knowledge is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches of things are yours and leaves only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about throwing away their time is because, thanks to science and technology, they have begun to know that they don't know so much, and that if they're to have more space to happen to their lives, more freedom to develop their abilities to the full, they have to be helped towards that knowledge that they know exists and that they don't know. And by help towards that knowledge, I don't mean to give everybody a computer and say what to tell. It would be the stuff. No, I mean trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions. So we're on the edge of a revolution in communications technology that is going to make that more possible than ever before. Or, if that's not possible, to cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have access to it paths as if we were yet down the line. I don't think that we want it. Maybe I will
That puzzle is a struggle.
will be to recognize within yourself the ability to understand anything, because that ability is there, as long as it's displayed clearly. And then go and ask questions. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want to change.
I might just have to come back to them puzzles because they are really challenging. Unless I'm just looking at them wrong, but I think I might come back to them. There's a lot of stuff obviously about this game that are is quite confusing. I need to get back up on those rocks where I was earlier. These puzzles really challenge your brain. That's not right because there's two, yeah. So that's how it needs to run, but obviously into the other corner. So if that's the case, we need to... Definitely a solution, but it's just working it out. My brain's just not working. My brain is just definitely not working today. Okay, hang on. I think I've just clocked something. Like, what if we went down there? No, what did I do there? So I went up there and I blocked that off. If I came down... This is actually hurting my brain at the moment. Unless I am just literally being... No, it still doesn't work. Gotta separate the black from the white. So gotta separate black and the whites. We've gotta come back across there. That took long enough. Okay, so with this one, presume we've just got to block off all these as well. No? This one is really stumping me unless I'm just being absolutely stupid. Presumably you've got to do the same. You've got to block pieces off, but I did that and it didn't work. I'm literally stumped with this because I tried to do that, what we do, which blocks all them off, separates them, and it didn't work. So then that's where I was thinking, what if you actually made, obviously, that's obviously the shape. I'm honestly confused by that one. I think I might need to figure that out a little bit more. Not till my brain stops hurting. Because that's what this game is good for. It really gets you thinking. Okay, so there's another one in there. Okay, we have cables running around and through that. Okay, so why is that telling me it's wrong? Why is that telling me it's wrong? What am I missing? I'm obviously missing something. Okay, hang on. Avoid the shadows. I'm supposed to do that because the whole lot of that's in shadow. But is it because the doors? We need to get this door open. So what did I miss then? Here we go. Ah, there's a bit in the corner. Yeah, there's a bit of shade in the corner. That's what I missed. Okay, is this also something to do with that door? So many screens, but it's just finding which one is like the main one. Double checking that there's nothing in here that goes over the fence. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's a real life board. Okay, so it's a real life board, so we want to go right in front. So we're going to go forward 1. Yeah, hang on. Just mapping it out correctly. Presume we're going to start the circle. Yeah, which is the corner. Okay. Okay, so we've got to get to that spot there, so let's go from the corner. And then we want to go up to the right. Okay. Okay, we want to go to the next left. No, we don't, that's wrong. I've completely messed that up. Because we can't get back round, can we? Okay, so we want to start from there. Okay, so we want to go straight up and left. Straight up and left. Then we're going to want to go right. Right. Right and right, okay. I'm just going to make sure I've got this right before I start running at it. Okay, so then you need to go straight down. You need to go straight down and then take a right, then a left. Alright, the only problem is I'm not 100% sure on the next bit. So we need to go back towards this monitor. Towards the monitor. Towards the monitor. Round. All the way up and then out. Okay. It's really strange what's happened to people while they're all stone. It's a little bit creepy. Okay, same puzzle again. Okay, so we're looking at we've got a box in the thingies, aren't we? And it starts there. So yeah, we literally just need to go up and across. No, we don't. No, okay. So if we went up there. Yeah, so we got to go up and then back down. No, we haven't. Oh, but one of the platforms is smashed. Okay, we need to refresh this. Ah, but it doesn't draw a line, does it? No, I messed that up. Okay, so because there's no piece there, we've got to be really clever how we do this. So if we go straight up, straight down across the bottom. Okay, so if we go straight up, across and straight down to the bottom. Let's try that. I don't think it's going to work because obviously that smashed the plate. But then if we go up into the exit and we'll see what happens. That smashed plate causes a break in... causes a break in the pattern, so it won't work. Okay, so what if we lit up that one then as well? Would that work? It won't, will it? No. So the line breaks there. What if we tried going... No, I just don't know how it's gonna work. Just curious what's back here. So many different pathways and areas to explore. There's another one of them here. So this is a bit like a shipwreck.
A shipowner was about to send to sea an emigrant ship. He knew that she was old and not well built at the first, that she had seen many seas and climes, and often had needed repairs. Doubts had been suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. These doubts preyed upon his mind and made him unhappy. He thought that perhaps he ought to have her thoroughly overhauled and refitted, even though this should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he succeeded in overcoming these melancholy reflections. He said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages and weathered so many storms that it was idle to suppose she would not come safely home from this trip also. He would put his trust in Providence, which could hardly fail to protect all these unhappy families that were leaving their fatherland to seek for better times elsewhere. He would dismiss from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of builders and contractors. In such ways, he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was thoroughly safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart, and benevolent wishes for the success of the exiles in their strange new home that was to be. And he got his insurance money when she went down in mid-ocean, and told no tales. What shall we say of him? Surely this, that he was verily guilty of the death of those families. It is admitted that he did sincerely believe in the soundness of his ship, but the sincerity of his conviction can in no wise help him, because he had no right to believe on such evidence as was before him. He had acquired his belief not by honestly earning it in patient investigation, but by stifling his doubts. And although in the end he may have felt so sure about it that he could not think otherwise, yet inasmuch as he had knowingly and willingly worked himself into that frame of mind, he must be held responsible for it. William K. Clifford, 1874.
I'm actually quite confused by that puzzle. Do you have to get through all the coloured dots? Might have to come back to that one. I think these puzzles and this have just really frazzled me back. I'm half asleep as it is. And I think they've just really confused my mind. Just look at the clock there. I can't actually believe this has been 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think we need to learn more about them puzzles. I haven't learned anything about those puzzles with the shapes on. So I think what I've got a weird feeling what I'm actually doing is trying to do stuff in necessarily the wrong order. It's like, have we got to go there next, or do we need to have more things powering that up? I think we do need to have more things powered up because there's quite a few of these yellow blocks around. Okay, this is quite confusing. See, there's more of those shapes ones. My eyes are getting so tired. Okay, so this is, I presume that's the door that we were struggling to get out of earlier. So yeah, I'm wondering if I need to find a puzzle that shows me kind of like a tutorial of how to do the ones with the puzzle shapes on them, because them are the ones that I'm confusing me at the moment, because I'm struggling to understand what I've actually got to do with those pieces. But this is definitely bizarre what's happening with all these stone structures. So here's another one there with one of those pieces. I just don't understand what it means unless... See, there's loads of different puzzles here. Okay, I think that's the whole island near enough explored other than up there. But obviously we need to do these areas first. So we got purple, red. Okay, so that's obviously a white line. So do we just block off the white? No? Oh no, I think what you gotta do with these is you've got to block off each colour. It's impossible. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits for today because I think my brain is hurting that much. I literally cannot concentrate. I think it might be one of those things where I have to come back to it with a fresh mind, because it's just making my brain feel tired. I've obviously got to be missing something, and I am just wondering whether to come back with a fresh mind on a different video. But we'll see. But yeah, that was nearly 2.5 hours of The Witness. As always, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, please. It really does help. It sounds like begging, but it really does help. And leave a comment if you want to. Talk too much if I don't talk enough. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Cheers, thanks, bye bye.